She had a very deep experience. And the experience was so strong inside of her, and the potency of the shift of consciousness was so strong, she realized simultaneously how much the constructed world and all the values I've just referred to has such a grip, and then suddenly in this huge shake-up of inner experience that took place, for that period of time, it suddenly all collapsed. She could not believe it. She couldn't give it authority. She just realized that what was going on in our society, whatever the society is here anyway, it doesn't matter, what is going on is a kind of gluey holding of people together and the tightening around, this is how we must live in the consumer culture. And it just dropped out. Consciousness, it just, all that build-up just collapsed on her. She said to me, nothing to replace it with. She just knew what was not authentic. She couldn't say, this is what is authentic, but all she could trust in, what she knew wasn't authentic. And it was difficult. So she said, to speak to various people because she didn't know what to do with this sudden exposure of waking up, of inner freedom, of not feeling imprisoned to a climate of things being held together by beliefs. Not surprisingly, she felt incredibly misunderstood. Even people of spiritual practice, even teachers, would say to her, oh, it's just another experience. They all come and go. She went to see a doctor. The doctor was getting out his little book to prescribe some medication for this experience. The psychotherapist was advising her, well, something must have happened that got shook up inside, but don't worry, with a few sessions, you'll get over it. So in other words, if something transforming has a significant impact upon us, it may not be easy to connect and find those who understand what that kind of experience is all about. But even with such experiences, and sometimes, as in her case, and perhaps some of yours as well, in the subsequent period to it, one is really faced still with a major challenge. This is the Buddha's teachings again, how do I live in a world which is going on around me, which, in my heart of hearts, I don't really feel I believe in? In which, in one's heart of hearts, one is saying to oneself, I don't want to live like that. I don't want to live a greedy existence, a selfish existence, a money-obsessing existence. I don't want to spend all the rich years of my life in the pursuit of some career which is just not fulfilling. I don't want to live like that. And once you and I say that, in a way, we're in trouble. We're in trouble with everybody around us because they think, God, what's going on with that person? Perhaps you go and see their rabbi or their priest or their counselor or their therapist or whatever. And one can be also equally in trouble with oneself. My God, all the things I stood for, no longer, I can't stand for them anymore. Or even more strongly, I can't stand them anymore. The word Sangha means gathering. It's gathering of like-minded people who are willing to give support to each other, who are seriously committed to an engagement with true reality and finding out what that is. That's what the purpose of the Sangha is. It's not one which is of compromise. It's not one of a certain number of people gathering around a certain teacher and forming a sect. That's not the Sangha at all. It's men and women giving support to each other to generate a culture which is concerned with truth. It's an incredibly tough task. It's not easy here, it's not easy elsewhere, it's not easy in the West, because it kind of means for us a kind of questioning and inquiry, what is my life about? And that has to be a hard one. Sometimes, to make a little distinction here, one of the infatuations which we have is particularly around information and knowledge. And what goes along with it for us, of course, is the various views and ideas that you and I have about anything. And one of the things that we tend to do is to confuse, and it's not easy, but I'll try to communicate this, truth with views, information, and ideas. And sometimes you and I see how we do that. One of the ways that easily happens for us, we identify ourselves with some information or some views, opinions, knowledge that we have accumulated, and we kind of wrap ourselves around that, and we invest it with great authority, and then we claim to know what the truth is. And with it, we will find that others will have, lo and behold, another truth. So if I have one truth, and you, whoever you are in the world, have another truth, seems a rather strange world to live in which there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, etc. Truths going on, all in competition with each other, killing over it, fighting over it, arguing over it, slagging people off over it and being slagged off for it, being crucified over it, or whatever it might be. So information, views and opinions, could truth be so divisive? Could it? If oneself has it, and then tragically we want to promote it, others, naturally enough, will want to promote something else. So the dispute arises. Would we dare, it's a question, would we dare regard all information, all knowledge, all views and opinions, that means everything the mind has thought, the words that have come out of the mouth, and what